12-month probation.
Done. Just another day on the ground.
Good morning, everybody. Ventura County District Attorney Eric Nasarenko is on his way down. He'll be here in just a moment. If you need a white, go for it. And he'll be right out. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Eric Nasarenko, the Ventura County District Attorney. Through her counsel this morning, Ms. Spears took early responsibility for this misdemeanor offense, entering a guilty plea at the earliest stage and 2 months from the date of the offense itself. While only a misdemeanor, I want to emphasize and underscore that driving under a drug or alcohol in your system and doing so recklessly and erratically is an extremely serious crime. We have seen on Ventura County freeways and roads the devastation of this crime. It has catastrophic consequences, including incarceration, injury, and death. Therefore, there has to be a sanction, a consequence, and that sanction and consequence was imposed this morning. Ms. Spears will have a diminished expectation of privacy in her car as a result of this informal probationary grant. What that means is that if she is stopped by a peace officer, she will have to submit to a test for the presence of alcohol or drugs. Furthermore, if stopped, her vehicle can be searched for the presence of alcohol and drugs. And she cannot drive with any intoxicant in her body. We understand that one of the key components of the disposition this morning was to make sure that Ms. Spears continued to undergo her mental health and substance abuse treatment regimen. We are wholly in support of her doing so. This will include at least twice a month visits with her psychiatrist, and once a week visits and sessions with a psychologist. We do not want Ms. Spears to reoffend. We do not want her before our caseload again, which is why her undergoing treatment and rehabilitation is so important. Bottom line, whether you are a famous singer or a school teacher, we want the same thing for each and every first-time misdemeanor offender in Ventura County. That they abide by all laws, that they follow the rules of the road, that they comply with their probationary grant, and that they continue to be a law-abiding citizen who understands that driving under the influence of alcohol and drugs is extremely dangerous and should never be done. I'd be happy to take a few questions now. Yes? Yeah. Today was a substitute charge. The original complaint, that's the criminal document, charged her with driving under the influence of a combination of drugs and alcohol. When there is a first-time offender where there is no crash, no collision, no injury with a low blood alcohol content, we typically and routinely in Ventura County will offer the reckless driving involving alcohol and drugs. In doing so, she was given a 1-year informal probationary grant instead of 3. She also will have to attend and complete a 3-month alcohol school, or 30 hours. I want to emphasize, however, that this charge, the reckless driving one, is indeed what we call priorable. Should she reoffend in the future, she will not be given the benefit of this reckless driving charge. Rather, she will be charged with driving under the influence, and her penalties and her consequences would ratchet up. That includes potentially up to 5 years of formal probation and 1 year in Ventura County Jail.
Why was the mental health portion so important to your office?
We receive annually between 22 and 25,000 cases every year, misdemeanors and felonies. So when somebody ahead of their plea voluntarily decides to admit themselves into a rehabilitation facility, that demonstrates to us that they have a sincere interest in getting better. If they are better, our roadways are safer, our freeways are not burdened with individuals who have alcohol and drugs in their system, and this is one way for us to go ahead and make sure that we have one fewer caseload in our future. Yes?
Any probation violation whatsoever would be up to a year in jail? Could you just clarify that?
Sure. It depends on what type of violation it is, but she's under a 1-year informal grant of probation, which means she's not supervised by a probationary agent. If she reoffends, if she were to drive with an intoxicant in her system or in her body, she could be subject up to 90 days in Ventura County Jail. But again, that is dependent upon what offense or violation occurs.
Not only if she drives or if she's intoxicated at all.
The terms are confined to the automobile itself. The search terms, searching for alcohol and drugs, those are confined to the driving of a motor vehicle.
Thanks, everybody.
Is there a deadline to complete the 30-day alcohol and drug school? Oh, I'm sorry, 30-hour.
30-hour. You typically submit through your defense attorney proof of progress and completion, but right now she has to complete that within the 1 year of her probationary grant. I'll take 2 more questions if you have any.
Did you speak with her?
I did not speak with her, no. Great. Thank you all very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. We're continuing to take that extremely seriously. I am reviewing it personally, as are almost a dozen attorneys in the office, and will continue to do so.
ABC7, I think you covered my fitness lead in my viral video.
I might have.
I rescued a rabbit from a fire in 2017. Yeah, and it went viral, got 100 million views. I kid you not, if I had Wi-Fi, actually I can show you. Oh, sorry. I want to be famous, because I'm a silly goose.